Alright. I'm going to wait 2 minutes for people to get in here, and then we're gonna start thanking the face. Because we're on a tight schedule this morning. We gotta hit the road and shovel. There's snow. There's actual snow on the ground, which is exciting. Shadows can hide me from sight. No, it doesn't hurt. It really works. Okay, hello. We got it. The audio is fixed. Let's start thanking people in the face in 1 minute. Hello, hello, hello. Everybody join back in. Please, please, please. We have 1 minute before people join in and they're just going to be bombarded with thank yous. Some slack. I'm doing well. We're about to hit the road. We're about to be on the big road trip time. 1 moment. But first, burp. I must thank everyone in the face. I slept all right. Thank you for asking. Whispering into the night, and the moonlit shadows can hide me from sight. No, it doesn't hurt. The mask I wear really works. Thank you. I'm gonna wait for one more person to join in, and then I'm gonna start thanking everyone in the face. One moment. It'll shine into the rain. Okay. I'm gonna play RuneScape music while I'm saying the thank yous in the face. We're gonna start with Barbarism. It looks like you're gonna be the only one here. I like it. I got a little personal audience for this Bologna thanking in the face, which is kind of cool. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. If you're unfamiliar with what a thanking in the face is, it's a thing I used to do, and it's a thing I'm going to start doing now in December coming up, where I read off all of the names of the members and I thank them, because it means a lot that you're members and that you're supporting me, because to have this as my job and this be what I do for a living is truly something that I'm grateful for, thankful for, and blessed to be able to say that I get to do. So, without further ado, I hope a few people trickle in. This is a very early stream. I think a lot of people are surprised that I'm actually live this morning instead of last night, but here we go. Thank you, Godspeed VR. Thank you, Low Effort Bread. Thank you, Colton K. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Mama Baker 13. Thank you, Hillbilly. Thank you, Hubert. Thank you, Stephen Park. Thank you, Luke Studios Edits. Thank you, Ethan Yeaman. Thank you, Kenneth Williams. Burp. Oh. Thank you, Hi, I'm Connor. Thank you, Militia Man. Thank you, Young Gonzo. Thank you, Zoran. Thank you, Laney. Thank you, the Omnomalatheriac. Thank you, Jason RGH2365. Thank you, Mimsy. Thank you, Disboy. Thank you, Jonah Vasquez. Thank you, McCain. Thank you, Jack the Back YT. Thank you, the Haiku King. Thank you, Sneak TV. Thank you, Scary Event VR. Thank you, Panther Kent. Thank you, Zambi Chakachak1. Thank you, the Steel Blade. Thank you, Turkish Menace. Thank you, Emily8192 Heart. Thank you, Made Synthetic. Thank you, Stop Motion Explosion. Thank you, Luna Ammon. Thank you, Rebel Jack. Wait, I gotta scroll. Thank you, Tony963. Thank you, Leprechaun Story. Thank you, Skylar. Thank you, Services Australia. Thank you, Business Monkey. Thank you, Spin Deja Vu. Thank you, Tim Shady Meat Boy. Thank you, Pumpy VR. Thank you, Gamera. Thank you, Kenzie Evington. Thank you, Luke Manusco. Thank you, Nico Shorts. Thank you, Scaphism. Thank you, Crazy Kieran. Thank you, The Unstable Broadcast. Thank you, Chuck Kincaid. Thank you, Zach Plays. Thank you, Jason Skevington. Thank you, Joshing83. Thank you, Device Luminous. Thank you, The Geek Crew. Thank you, Cola55. Thank you, The Odd Guy. Thank you, Kyle Kayla. Thank you, Justin for all. Thank you, Vinny Boyd. Thank you, Rome Tome. Thank you, DGH2025. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you, Tesla Juniper Driver. Thank you, Spaz. Thank you, Artie. Thank you, The Unsuitable Chap. Thank you, I'm Tired. Thank you, Satyr to Curl the Third. One moment. I am scrolling. Thank you, Zamar Warrior 169. Thank you, Pokestar 101. Thank you, David. Thank you, Starlight Zen Spaces Zen Place. Thank you, Havoc Reporter. Thank you, Control WQ. Thank you, JK's Everything. Thank you, Clearly Azul. Thank you, Toast 1231. Thank you, Monster King. Thank you, Cardboard Dutch. Thank you, Randall. Thank you, Dixie. Thank you, Jody B. Thank you, Jamie Pencil. Thank you, Straw Bunny Milk. Thank you, Metric Sphinx. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Shane Wriggles. Thank you, Sin Prim. Thank you, Game Porsche. Thank you, Marcel Marquez, aka Gutta. Thank you, Adventures with Elliot. Thank you, Turtle VR. Thank you, Sean Lutz. Thank you, Tab. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you, Schrodinger. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Ariana. Thank you, Dylan Cold Nep. Thank you, The Gamer 19. Thank you, Mega Man. Thank you, Crunchy. Thank you, Spirit Crafts. Thank you. Thank you, Derpy Plays YTs. Thank you, Clagless. Thank you, Zach Morris. Thank you, Apenas Jogando. Thank you, Sab Trader. Thank you, Alex Wood. Thank you, Denver Basehead. Thank you, Misused Calculator. Thank you, Drift God. Thank you, Brian Tapiwa. Thank you, Erica Can Draw. Thank you, TTV Bionic Hornet 7. Thank you, Alpha Nightcore. Thank you, Master Reed V2M. Thank you, Tin Man. Thank you, I Just Chat. Thank you, Do 30. Thank you, Ethan Van Horn. Thank you, Tip Scallion. Thank you, Oscar Zune. Thank you, Bobby Joe. Thank you, The Lone Wanderer. Thank you, Toxic Kermit 00. Thank you, Camnon VR 23. Thank you, Cater JC the Gamer. Thank you, Clover. Thank you, Spider. Thank you, Rorik. Thank you, Hippie Modes. Thank you, Amatsism Kaboshi. Thank you, Telly XML. Thank you, Isabella Elliott. Thank you, Black White. Thank you, Chemical 121. Thank you, Mamster. Thank you, Storm Chaser Nash. We still have more. We still have more. Thank you, Rofo. Thank you, Destroyer DJ. Thank you, Jason Ray. Thank you, Captain Turds. Thank you, MLB Prods. Thank you, Dynamic Duffin. Thank you, Mills. Thank you, Alfonso. Thank you, Azua Sensei. Thank you, Jasper Morgan. Thank you, Plastic Warrior 05. Thank you, Beck Ellie. Thank you, Catsick VT. Thank you, Pepsi God 6420. Thank you, Crippled Obnob. Thank you, Aram Dragon. Thank you, Mikhail Krauser. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, John Lennon. Thank you, Rogue Gaming. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you, Mysterious. JJVR. Thank you, Freya Athena. Thank you, Indo Kid. Thank you, The Ninja. Thank you, M2 Browning. Thank you, Canna Davis. Thank you, Trench. Thank you, Muzzle Productions. Thank you, FF2400. Thank you, Imposter Kaylee. Thank you, Groundwater. Thank you, Chesman82. Thank you, Irwin. Thank you, Ketchup Kid DV. Thank you, Gunnar Bloodlust. We have more, don't worry, we have more. Where is that one? Where? Thank you, Booty Salsa. Thank you, Elias Matthew Heller. Thank you, Cooper by BU Moneypenny. Thank you, Official Gary Fairfield Fan Club. Thank you, Draco Drano K1V199. Thank you, JJ. Thank you, Ready Salted Fart. Thank you, Yanni. Thank you, Yanni. Thank you, insert name here. Thank you, Shiloh Taylor. Thank you, Squadactical. Thank you, Jonotech. Thank you, Bend Over. Thank you, James Ramsdell. Thank you, Jackie Rams. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Big Squiggles. Thank you, Uncle Daddy. Thank you, Justin Boyd. Thank you, No Name. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Malone Edits. Thank you, Ivan the Great. Thank you, Monkey. Thank you, Ignacio. Thank you, Highfam. Thank you, Dweeb. Thank you, Bordy. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Sam Champlin. Thank you, Wenda. Thank you, E. Thank you, Bloodleaf. Thank you, Essence the Artist. Thank you, Sunscapes. Thank you, Angela Evans. But we have more. Thank you, The Dude. Thank you, Crocktruck Plays. Thank you, Gladiator GG. Thank you, Calvin Raynor. Thank you, Noobcat. Thank you, Chris Lowry. Thank you to Awesome Raptors. Thank you, EloGamer28. Thank you, Death VR. Thank you, Ark of the Shadows. Thank you, Alan Jackson. Thank you, Drew Osborne. Thank you, Click the Kenku. Thank you, Warbeast. Thank you, Rahi. Thank you, Kurji. Thank you, James Johnson. Thank you, Derek Lopez. Thank you, Gemini FM. Thank you, Nebulous Nectar YT. Thank you, JCI. Thank you, Fredbear4353. Thank you, Logan. Thank you, Funyun GT. Thank you, Hates Me. Thank you, Zap Attacks Custom Diecast. Thank you, Izzy Drinks. Thank you, Not the Real Adult Swim. Thank you, Tremoni's Blacksmith the Black Dragon. Thank you, 1x1x1x1x1. Thank you, Names of Snakes. Thank you, Harrison Jansen. We have more. Thank you, Zach Price. Thank you, the Femboy Minutemen. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, Casey. Thank you, CC7709. Thank you, Cantaloupe. Thank you, Anthony Green. Thank you, Lanaya. Thank you, Lucas Regeners. Thank you, Dustin Vanderberg. Thank you, Riley Capone. Thank you, False. Thank you, Tree Spag. Thank you, Well. Thank you, Hot Bob Sackett 69. Thank you, Bailey Jean. Thank you, Gorilla Tag Lover. Thank you, Jonathan Jackson. Thank you, Mr. Square. Thank you, Logan. Thank you, This Is It. Thank you, Fothar Makar. Thank you, Jim Bird. Thank you, Fumblebump. Thank you, They Call Me Cam. Thank you, Kaisak. Thank you, Skyman700PC. Thank you, Scratching the Cooper. Thank you, Brian Scott. Thank you, Larrick Nielsen. Thank you, Da1 Kemoy Chapman. Thank you, Love. Thank you, Bradley. Thank you, Master. Thank you, Master at Stuff. Thank you, Benjamin Lay. Thank you, Shadow Knight. Thank you, Thrashboat. Thank you, Mooney. Thank you, Luke Groundwater again. Thank you, Mud. Thank you, Nebulous Enigma. Thank you, Timothy Esmond. Thank you, Odessa. Thank you, Boaz. Thank you, Tyler Bone. Thank you, Stephanie Cox. Thank you, Baloney Bong. Thank you, Rad Dad. Thank you, Hepified. And thank you, Rusty Shackelford. Thank you, everybody. I know I should probably go eat some breakfast, but I wanted to do this first before we hit the road. And now I'm going to leave you guys with a sandwich song. Now, understand, I cannot wait to start doing more thanking in the faces because that really does mean a lot to me. Yeah, you got 2 thank yous because you're here. You're here. You're right. You're right here, and I can see the green. That's why you get 2 thank yous. We're about to go on Thanksgiving break. Turkey, Monte Cristo, grilled cheese, meatball, liverwurst, shrimp po' boy, fluffernutter, shawarma, Reuben, Cuban, middle C, eggplant parm, chicken salad, tuna melt, sandwiches. Congrats on the medieval armor. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I am so excited that I was actually able to muster the Bologna energy up after getting up this morning and doing this, because I would have felt horrible if I didn't, and understand that you guys make me feel amazing. This community, what it means, this job, being able to do this for a living, make commissions, go live, make posts, express my creativity, truly feel like I am where I belong when it comes to what I'm doing. Thank you. This Thanksgiving, I'm especially thankful for that, because I've never felt more fulfilled in a position. I've never felt more consistent in what I'm doing. I've never appreciated really what I've had for what I've got until we got each other. So, on that note, thank you. You guys are wonderful. I love you. And that's baloney. I will see you to begin the Bologna month of December next week. I love you guys. That's baloney.